morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's 9:32 and we would,
Oh, gosh, okay, never happened.
we would all stand, please, for the opening meeting. Thank you all for coming. We will start with a moment of silence and pledge of allegiance. When we do our moment of silence, I think it's important to concentrate on those things that are in the news as well as those things that are dear to your heart. And that's a time to reflect on all those items. It will be followed by the pledge, the flag which I will lead us in. A moment of silence to start. Thank you. Now our pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We will begin our meeting with public comments, agenda items only. We do have agendas over on the back table. If you are looking for one. Okay.
I have a public comment.
Agenda item only.
Oh, agenda item.
Yes, public comments at the very end after everything is, we go over everything. But if you have a question based on, or a comment based on the agendas, that's now. Okay, okay. Okay, looking at old business. Do I hear a motion to approve old business listed items 1 and 2?
So moved. Second.
First and second, any discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Proclamations and certificates. We have 3 different proclamations and certificates. One is the International Overdose Awareness Day, 8/31/23. That was held at the Wesleyan Church. That was absolutely gorgeous, wonderful dedication and tribute to family members who have lost ones. We have an Eagle Scout coming up, Nathan Fritz, in September. And then we have to ratify the following bids for 701 Main Street Window Repair Project. So they are as follows. So I'd like to also say that along with International Overdose Awareness, September is Purple Month. So if you see purple lights at different places, you might know that that's due to Recovery Month. So let that know. Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve the proclamation certificates as listed in numbers 1, 2, and 3?
So moved. Second.
First and second, any discussion? Hearing and seeing, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You said aye, right? Okay, wasn't sure.
Beyond an aye.
Okay. New business under personnel. Number 1. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 1, items A and B?
So moved. Second.
First and second, any questions or discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Moving on to number 2. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 2, electronic financial transactions, ratify items A, B, and C?
So moved. Second that. Thank you.
First and second, any discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Moving on to number 3. Travel authorizations, item number 3, and they are at the back of the agenda. Do I hear a motion under item number 3, travel authorizations to approve and ratify items A and B?
So moved. Second.
First and second, any discussion or questions?
Will there be an order form for Penn State ice cream and cheese?
Maybe. I can find it.
Oh, it's there. Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Item number 4, Monroe County Area Agency on Aging. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 4, items A and B?
So moved.
Second.
First and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, moving on to number 5, Monroe County Children and Youth Services. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 5, items A and B?
So moved.
Second.
We have first and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Moving on to number 6, Commissioner's Office. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 6, items A through O?
So moved.
Second.
First and second. Any discussion or questions?
And you want to describe, is it Alma, the window repair?
Over at 701 Main, we have a situation where we're having some, when it rains, water comes in to the windows. What we found through survey of the situation is that the water is coming behind the top lintel. So what that has to be is sealed off. So that's the job that's being given to Mr. Pierce's organization. Schoonover Vanderhoof is the architect on site and will be overseeing the work. One of the other things that you'll see is the ratified budget adjustment of $108,913. That is all services of children and youth. Again, what we do with children and youth is that we have kind of a large overlay budget, and then they make adjustments as needed, and that is what that adjustment is for, services.
The other one I think is interesting is H, the executed an educational training agency agreement with the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And I know our solicitor's working to solidify that, some of the changes that are there, but our public safety center has been very active in working in the county to make sure our emergency services folks are trained appropriately with experiences, more real life type of experiences. And this helps to give another one of those. You want to clarify that, Tom, anyway?
No, you got it there.
Okay. Okay, is there anything else there? Looks like we're all pretty good.
Can I ask a question?
Not till the end. Pardon? It's a question for on the agenda. She wanted to have a question.
Jay. I have a question about Jay.
About what, Jay? We do it at the very end, correct, Mr. Solicitor?
That's up to you if you want, if it's an agenda item, if you want to take it now.
It's the second year of the grant that's been given out by the state of Pennsylvania that ensures that votes are counted more timely than they were in the past. Last year, we used it to buy a sorting machine that allowed us by midnight of Tuesday of the day of election to pretty much have the results done. Well, it's given to every county in the state on the basis of population.
All right. Commissioners, any other discussions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay. Going on to number 7, capital outlay purchases. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 7, items A and B?
So moved.
Second.
First and second, any discussion? And hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? And moving on to number 8, computer capital purchases. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 8, items A and B?
So moved.
Second.
First and second, any discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay, miscellaneous.
I have nothing.
I have nothing.
I'm nothing. other than what was talked about. Public comment. Yes, ma'am, would you please identify, just say who you are?
Teresa Pesh. And I would like to say that from the last meeting, when I asked about the election board meetings, the video to audio, and apparently they're going to be videoed, so I appreciate that being done, very much so. And so do other people in the community will appreciate the video being done for the election board meeting. And as far as like current grievances I have, is one is having the e-polls, the e-poll books for the elections.
These are more election board questions
Okay.
that the election board would definitely take care of because there's a separate board, the election board that oversees the election.
So who would decide if the e-poll books are going to be used or not? Would it be county commissioners or the election board?
The election board,
It's
Election board meets
Election board?
at 10:30 today.
yeah, they need 11 to 10.
And then, as far as like if people have grievances of, say, this is going back to the elections, of the result of the elections, and they sent in their grievances during county commissioner meetings, but it wasn't addressed. And that's actually, Kayla, that would be the one that starts with 3. So there was a letter that I received, and it was about grievances that were set at the county commissioners meetings. And so these items were never addressed, even though a FOIA was information from a FOIA was requested. So would that go to you? Like this letter, should I address this to you or the election board?
Personally, I can't read it, but if it's related to the election, it would go to the election.
Go to the election board, because it has to do with a FOIA
What?
request.
What?
That a FOIA request, they asked for information, but it was never answered.
Freedom of information.
Oh.
What year was that?
2020.
Yeah, I see the 2020 there, but was that? Yeah, it was back in 2021.
So it's just like with the elections coming up what happened with the primary and the elections coming up in November, when we have grievances, it's like, who should we address it to? Should it be the county commissioners? Like
Election
these people
board,
did?
the election board.
So this should go back to the election board then? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying that. And then the other item I had is just about.
I think I should clarify something
Go
also.
ahead.
Just so you're aware of, in a non-election year, the 3 county commissioners serve on the election board.
Right.
During election years, we have other people that have been appointed to the election board. So John, Christie, and I cannot. We're not there. We are allowed to be in the public, but we're not on the board.
Right,
Okay, just so you're aware of that.
thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay.
And then also is that we have, when the people of Monroe County have grievances, such as poll watchers reporting irregularities and unfair treatment,
Election board.
that's election board too.
Anything that has to do with the election needs to go to the election board.
I just wasn't unsure because last time I was here and I had an election board question or election question, and then the commissioner said it was up to the election board, and the election board said it was up to the commissioners.
That related to whether the meetings were going to be publicized or not.
Right,
The election board weighed in on what their recommendation was, and the commissioners then decided that it was going to happen or not, which it is going to happen.
all right, thank you.
The public, anybody else? Okay. There will be election board at 10:30 and board of assessment at 1:30 today. Do I hear a motion?
We adjourned.
Adjourned.